Alright guys, I'm excited to share this next project with you guys. It's going to be a guitar build. So as you can see here, I've got a Telecaster body and, oh, I left it over there. As you can see here, I've got a Telecaster body and a Telecaster neck. This was just a cheap body I got on eBay. It was like a 2 for $60 deal, and I was like, oh hell yes, I'm buying that. So I know I'll be doing this project at some point anyway. So I was like, hey, good time for me to do it. It's right now. So that's where I got the body, and then I got this Mighty Mike neck from StuMac when they had a sale like towards the beginning of this year, because I knew this project was gonna be coming up, and well, I ended up getting 2 of those necks, one for a different project which I'll talk about. I wanted to do this because, well, one, I've wanted an Esquire for a while. For those of you that don't know, an Esquire is a Telecaster where you just have a bridge pickup, and I also wanted to do something different with this. So on another build that I'm doing, I'm going to be doing some body carving on it for a forearm contour and a belly contour, which I'm going to be doing on this one as well. But I wanted to practice that because I'm not really confident with my hand tool abilities at the moment. So again, that's another reason why I'm doing this, is just for practice. So I got these cheap bodies off eBay, so that way if I screw this one up, I've got another one. And yeah, so how I'm doing some of the carvings here, or how I approach it and actually perform the carving. All right, so I'm gonna be drawing on the curves that I want to have for my contours. So as you can see, I've already drawn this one here. I think this one's gonna be fine for now. This shape right here, I might just like make it a little bit darker. What I like about this is that it's not the traditional like strat curve or strat comfort carve, which is normally just like kind of like would be a straight line there and then it curves into the top of the body. I like how this, I like the style of contour where it actually follows to a degree the shape of the body. It's a lot easier to draw on this flat surface here than it is to draw on the sides, which is why you'll see me struggle here in a minute with the curves on the side. Yeah, that's why my curve down here looks kind of crappy for the belly contour. So I want it to come down and kind of follow this curve here. Also gonna be kind of tough. I'm going a little bit shallow with these initial curves because it's easier to remove material than put it back on. So I'd rather just take a little bit off, see if I like that, and then if it doesn't feel right, I'll go for more. So yeah, that's that forearm contour. This is kind of gross here, this belly contour that I drew. Get rid of some of that. Yeah, this one right here I think is pretty decent. I like how it kind of curves, again following the contour of the body shape itself. I like that, how it follows that there. It's just, again, getting the depth right over here. Yeah, I'm not a visual artist, in case you didn't figure that out. Music is definitely a lot easier for me and more enjoyable than the visual arts. All right. Yep, that's a little bit darker now. Easier for you guys to see. That's going to be the shape of the belly contour there, and that's how deep we're going to go, at least starting out. Okay, also, that is what the contour is going to look like for the neck heel. Just taking that corner off and kind of rounding it over. I think that's a good starting point right there. So, all right, let's move on to the actual carving portion of this now. All right, so here's what my workstation is going to look like. Just finishing clamping this body down here. As you can see, I'm using an offcut of some MDF just to prevent the clamps from digging into the body. Enough clamping pressure just to secure it. So I'm just going to be using this rasp right here. This handy dandy Harbor Freight rasp, a flat rasp, just to get the general shape carved in here first. gonna draw some lines in here so I can see better where I'm moving material. Because the grain here kind of all blends together. Like right here, I'm pretty close to the line already. I'm just drawing these lines so I can see where I'm at. So that's pretty good here. Still rough, of course, but as you can see, I got pretty close to the line here, all the way around, which is exactly what I was going for. It's a little difficult about it is like it's steep right there, and then it like flattens a little bit as it comes around here, and then becomes steep again. So, not sure if I made the best choice for my first carving project, but hey, it is what it is. And it looks like it's coming out pretty well too. So next I'm going to go over this with some files to get a smoother surface, because you can see right there, there's a lot of rasp marks in the wood there. Actually, let me see how this feels. Alright, that's a lot nicer to rest my arm against than having an angle like that. Alright. Clamp this bad boy back down. Might change the way I'm clamping it too, or like clamp it somewhere like this so it's sticking out a little bit more. Because I noticed that it was kind of getting in the way of my right hand here when I was using that rasp. I've got my file that I'm going to use. It's a half round, but I'm going to be using this flat side to get a better finish there. As well, I've got this cabinet scraper, which isn't exactly the sharpest in the world, but I'm going to see what I can do. If not, I've also got this razor blade that I can use to help flatten everything out, but let's have a go at it. Alright, so clearly it's time for me to move on here. I've got that surface finish is pretty much all the way around. There we go. Good to go. So I'm just going to go with my cabinet scraper here and try to get all this flattened out. It's pretty hot in here. Yeah, because my goal is to get it just like a flat-ish curved surface, obviously, around here. I don't so much care about the ends. I'll show you why when I do the finish off doing some sanding for it, but I just want this to be more flat, essentially. I think this razor blade might be a better idea for doing that. So like that, trying out right there, it's all flat going that way, so I'll just work my way back, I guess. I have to close the garage door because there are a bunch of night bugs out here that like to make their presence known. Let's just say that. I mean, having this intense ring light here, I think that's what's attracting those night bugs in. Okay, we're good. We're good. Alright, I'm gonna have to go over this with like sandpaper on a piece of MDF, I think, to get what I'm going for. I've got this piece that I milled here.
that's flat, stick some sandpaper there, and then I go over it like that, which actually, let me draw all my lines back in so I can see what I am sanding. Back over this with some 150. All right, so that's pretty good. I'll check straighten this one last time, even though, I mean, honestly, I don't really care that much about how straight this is. Oh, yes, because like right here is where I care about most. Yeah, sitting great. So just to like kind of soften the edges a little bit. Feels nice. Feels really nice. I'll show you guys my handiwork here. I think I'm going to go over everything before I do finishing with some 220. So that's why I'm going to end it with 150 for this portion of it. Alright, this is what we've ended up with. That contour right there. And the moment of truth really is, oh, that's nice. It like goes right with the like the edge of my forearm / wrist area. So that's gonna feel absolutely fantastic when I'm palm muting, doing my chugs. All right, cool. Yeah, I might do a little bit more softening of this edge here, but I think it's pretty good already. All right, so next up after this short break is going to be doing this belly carve, which is probably going to be a lot more involved, a lot more material for me to remove here. All right, we're back after I got a little bit refreshed. Yeah, so all I've done over here is flip the body over and get it clamped down so that way we can work on this belly carve here. That's a bit more in the way than I expected. Let me quit laying the active edge on the guitar body. But I mean, it's fine because I haven't done the finish sanding yet. Let me think here. I'm gonna get one of these clamps here where it's a lower profile. Nah, I think this will work. Now that's in the way. No, that's actually pretty long. Okay. So I've gone to the line now, pretty much up here and down there, but then there's this part right here where there's like a little hump that I'm trying to get rid of now. And I got the rough shape of this here. I'm just going to go through with I think I'm just going to move to sandpaper. Really, I don't think a file is really going to help. I'm just going to have to move to like 60 grit sandpaper. Okay, it's definitely helping. It's definitely helping towards the center, but like this edge out here is not getting what I need from it exactly. And I guess I can check levelness here. I can check. There's still a little bit of a hump right in the middle there. But again, I don't really care that much about how perfect it is necessarily. I just want it to be comfortable for you to play. So I'm just gonna do a little bit more with this 60 grit here. So this is looking pretty good. Pretty good at this point. I mean, I got some rasp marks here, but I'm gonna be sanding this off. I'm gonna get the finish sanding, so I'm not too concerned about it. So I'm gonna get rid of, yeah, I'll get rid of my 60 grit here. All right, now I've got my 150 again. I'm just gonna soften these edges here. Well, that didn't quite work out. I think I'm just gonna do this here. Anyway, that's what our belly carve's looking like. Right now, you can still see some of the tooling marks there, but that's going to go away when I do some final sanding, which I'm not really too concerned about at this moment. I just know that this is fitting nicer against my stomach, so I will take it. Yeah, I'm doing some palm muting. Again, that's going to feel a lot better. I might do a little deeper, but who knows at this point, because yeah, maybe I won't go deeper. But for now, I'm going to move on to doing this heel right here. I'm going to be very quick. Alright, well, that was pretty quick. I'll go back to my 60 grit sandpaper here, and I'm just going to use, got this, this is one of the stops for my tool bench. I'm just going to use this right quick to yeah, I'd say that we're good right there. Alright, there's 150. Alright, that was super quick. That was less than 5 minutes of me doing any material removal or actual tool work. And boom. Alright, that's what our heel's looking like here, so that feels, it's gonna feel a lot more comfortable. It's not digging into my palm like it was before on my other telly. Alright, now we're back in a nice and cool environment. Let's take a look at this body here. It feels pretty comfortable when I hold it in playing position. Here, let me show you the back right quick. That's our little neck contour area there. There, you can kind of see that better. Closer to the camera. Then our belly carve is, whoops, on this side here. Turn this over so you can see the belly carve. Kind of, yeah, there's still like some tooling marks, some deep tooling marks there, but
when I do sanding, I'm going to go through all the grits with this, and it will get rid of all that. It feels pretty comfortable when I hold it in the playing position here. Of course, we're not going to truly know until I get the neck set in this and then actually set it up to play. But we'll be doing that, I think, next week. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the work that's gone into this so far. As always, my name is Greg Angel, and if you're interested in seeing how the rest of this build goes, then consider hitting that subscribe button and liking this video. And as always, thank you for watching.